All right, guys, what's going down, man? This is your boy, DJ Just J with Just Dimes ENT, and I am your humble host of The Soda You Dig. We'd like to welcome you guys here for another episode of Just Shenanigans. Is it funny? Is it not funny? Well, I'll leave that for you guys to decide. What we're here to do to talk about today is an incident that happened recently with a young man that is posthumous now, and his name was Stevante Clark. Now, we're not here to necessarily talk about his case, but we are here to talk about his representation. Now, a young man that is actually representing him and out campaigning in the street right now against the police and all of this kind of stuff, representing his city, representing his state, is a young man by the name of Stevante Clark, which is the young man here on my right-hand side. Now, some of you guys might be familiar with this young man's antics. As you guys know, that we had a video that did some pretty large numbers that people watched and found, you know, some of the things that he did was a bit outlandish. So we're definitely not here to poke fun at him, you know, necessarily about the tragedy and how it happened or anything like that, or how people want to grieve. But what we do want to point out is the hypocrisy in how he's behaving. Now, what you guys are here for is a very exclusive video that I actually have that was sent to me. So I'd like to say thank you to the person that sent the video to me, that I think actually calls out the hypocrisy, not only in our particular community, but definitely in this young man's actions. So at the end of the video, you guys will actually see a small compilation clip of some of his antics, but you definitely will see a clip that I think is going to call out something that I think is very, very interesting that was caught on videotape. So one thing that you have to remember is that whenever you're being an activist or anything like that, you're going to have a lot of eyes on you, and people are going to be really, really paying attention to what you're doing and how you're behaving going forward. Now, what we have here is a gentleman by the name of Stevante Clark, which I think the name speaks for itself. In my opinion, I think he's a certified idiot. In my personal opinion, and I mean no disrespect to his family, and I mean no disrespect to the situation, but him as an individual based on his antics, I think he's an attention-starved person. I think he's extremely rude. I think he is obnoxious. I think he is disrespectful, and I definitely think that he is the worst person to represent a noble cause. And even worse, because you guys know what we do here at the Soda You Dig. Even worse, he's fatherless. He comes from a broken home, and I'll tell you guys a little bit of a story about that. Now, Stephen Clark, who was his older brother that was the one that was taken out by the police recently, he graduated from Sacramento High School in 2013, where he was on a football team. He was 22 years old at the time he was killed. According to Los Angeles Times, Clark lived in a tough neighborhood characterized by tense relations with the Sacramento Police Department. Now, Stevante Clark told KOVR that he and him and Stephon Clark, my apologies, had come from an underprivileged, broken home. Now, I want to point that out to you guys because of the fact that they did not have parents. They didn't have their parents. Definitely didn't have their father. So they came from underprivileged, broken homes. Their 16-year-old brother, which I thought was interesting, which nobody brought up. Their 16-year-old brother was killed in a shooting in 2006. Stephon had been released from the county jail about a month before the shooting that occurred. So he was already in jail over a crime. So that actually points out the fact that his brother was probably prone to do crime, especially coming from a broken home and not having any real leadership or guidance. Now, he was arrested before, but they say that he's been different lately. He changed his life. Multiple leaders in the community stated that Clark's criminal record was immaterial to his death. Now, the reason I say on the contrary is because of the fact that the reason why he was being pursued by the police in the first place was because it was reported that someone was out in the middle of the night with a hoodie on that was breaking into cars and trucks, breaking windows, looking to steal. And it just so happens that the only person that they found was Stevante Clark. Now, this is the thing. I ask, why shout something like, I am Stephon Clark, which has been his campaign this entire time. I am Stephon Clark. I am Stephon Clark. Well, are you really? Are you really Stephon Clark? And I ask, are you guys criminals? And that's just the fact, and that's just the fact of the matter. Because he was a criminal, he was doing criminal activity, but that doesn't excuse the way that he was handled when the police engaged the young man. I want to make that very clear, and I want to make sure that everybody understands that we are not excusing the mishandling of the young man at the time when he should have been apprehended, okay? That was completely wrong. But at the same time, one thing that we preach here in Soto Nation, and one thing that my brother, Tommy Sotomayor, preaches, is when you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. And what that entails is that we need to encourage more responsibility. We need to encourage our children to be able to think, further ahead than just 5 minutes. And we also need to empower them with the ability to be able to take care of themselves so that you don't have to be in situations where you have to do things that are not reputable and do things that could lead you in situations like this. Why are we here? Because of the fact that I'm going to show you guys a video of Stevante Clark, Mr. campaigning for his brother, Mr. I want to build a school, I want to build a 24-hour recreational center, I want to help the community. Well, that's all well and good when you say those type of things, but it's funny whenever you put people in those type of positions, what they will do when you give them the power. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys a very controversial video that just came out. And I am in possession of the video. So I'm going to show you guys this video, and it doesn't have any audio or anything, but I think the video was clear enough, and I want to let you guys know beforehand that we're going to show this video by way of fair use. All right, under 17 USC 107. Now, what you guys are going to see here on the screen is young Stevante Clark with all of this money that's been donated to him. As you guys know, anytime that there are tragedies that happen, people just throw money at the problem. Right? That's what they do. Whenever there's a tragedy, whenever there's an issue, we just simply throw money at it. That's how we fix the problem. But what I want to do is I'm going to show you guys this video, and I want you guys to be the judge. I don't want to be the judge. I have my personal opinion about it, but I want you guys to leave your comments in the comment section and let me know what you think about this video. And what do you see? Let's go. Wow, pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play it one more time because it's a pretty short video. I'm gonna show you guys this again. This is the man that you are handing money over to. This is the man that you are handing a noble cause over to, leaving it in his hands, a young man that is misguided, a young man that is emotionally unstable, and definitely not in, he definitely doesn't have good influences around him. But what we're gonna do is I'm gonna show you this video again. If you guys missed it, I've made it as big on the screen as I possibly can, but I'm gonna point out a couple of things that I saw. First and foremost, if you guys are familiar with a money bag, with a money pouch that zips up, is what he has in his hand right there. Like with the little key lock things, you just open them up and they've got a bunch of money in there. That's what he has in his hand. So what he does is he opens it up and he reaches in there and he grabs out a fat stack of money. As you guys know, for anybody that's been underprivileged, or anybody that came from broken homes, when you finally come into some money and when you see a lot of money, it definitely does something to you. But you can definitely tell that I mean, I don't know. Just take a look. I think that the rap culture, and this is maybe something we need to talk about, you know, with the money to the head and all of that stuff. I've never really personally understood that, but I guess when you give somebody something that they've wanted and they've seen their whole life and wish they could have, when you finally put them in a position, this is how they behave. I mean, he just had the biggest smile on his face. He's running through the store. I mean, just clowning, just look at me. I got money. I got money. Now, everybody said that his antics were maybe, you know, when he was acting in the funeral and the way that he was acting, you know, at press conferences and things like that. Oh, he's just grieving. Well, I want to know, just shenanigans, guys. Do you think this is grieving? His friends, his buddies up there, you see them laughing. They think it's funny. His little hood friends. Oh, they think it's amazing. Because guess who else is benefiting off of this bull crap? When you support people that are on bull crap, those people will turn around and support you because they want attention that they probably never got their entire life. I don't understand what the purpose is of taking that kind of money and all of that kind of money, as you see right there, and trying to impress somebody with it. But I think it's quite crazy. I think it's quite hypocritical. And I definitely encourage people, like I say, if you want to throw your money into a cause that you believe in, or give money and put money into the hands of people that you believe in, then by all means. I think that it is your right as an American citizen to do so. But I also want to encourage people to remember that, you know, you have to be careful also. You have to pay attention to people. See how they're acting, see what they're doing with the money. And at that point, it's just at your judgment. If you want to continue to fund things like that, it's completely up to you. I don't see anything wrong with where you want to spend your money, but I thought I'd call this out. All right. Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to show you guys here some of his other antics. Okay. And some of his other antics we've already talked about, and some of these videos you guys might have seen, but I thought these last two videos were also pretty pertinent to who I believe the real Stevante Clark is. This is who he is. All right. I'm going to show you guys this video real quick, and then we're going to get up out of here. Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without the authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use and is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107.
Stevante Clark! 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 Stevante Clark!
And I will say this real quick, just to reiterate, I always believe that, you know, you shouldn't handle court in the street, and you should handle court where court should be handled, and that is inside of a courtroom. This is not a courtroom. I've never agreed with just being loud and being belligerent or anything like that, but this is what you see from this young man.
Yeah, get the window. Meet it, get the window before I kick you all out of here. Get the window. Get the window, I said. Look at that. Look at that.
Okay, Stevante.
Hey, shut up. You don't run shit
No,
here.
Stevante.
Y'all hear me?
Stevante,
He's the mayor.
Enough.
Y'all hear me? Do y'all got my back?
Enough.
the mayor wants to talk to me. The chief of police got my brother killed. He doesn't care. He shows no emotion at all.
At all.
And y'all get mad at me for not crying on the news.
And hospitable to the family.
Yeah, you see her? Come on up. This is NAACP, y'all. They said, come on up, because they know. I am.
Be quiet.
I am. Louder. 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 Okay, now listen.
I don't know if y'all heard that, but the lady actually said, "What is your name?" She didn't even know who he was. That's beyond ridiculous.
Y'all love me? Okay, mama, I love you more. This is the NAACP rocking with me. Al Sharpton, we're gonna shell out. We're gonna do coliseums for Stephon. We're gonna do libraries. We're gonna do resources centers. We're gonna like Stephon is gonna live for generations to generations to generations to generations. The Clark family will never die. Now look, stop. Hold on, sister. Hold on, sister. It's not about you. I am. Now let me say something. Excuse me, sister. Everybody's touching me. I can't even talk. Okay, look. We got to watch after these kids, okay? First off is Aiden and Cairo. We have to look after them for the rest. They need to go to the best colleges, even if they're not smart enough. Y'all hear me? That has to be number one. Aiden and Cairo. Priority number one. Everyone write that down. I don't care about nobody else but Aiden and Cairo. Y'all hear me? The second priority is his mother. His mother should not want for anything. Not even to pump the gas. Third thing, his library. So his name can literally, when presidents leave the office, you know what they get? What do they get, sister? When presidents leave office, what do they get?
They get a pension and an annuity.
No, they get
A library.
Thank you, NAACP. Now, what do you work for? Yeah, because you're going off notes and talking points. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, look, this is love. I'm with all black people. I'm gonna let them finish after I say I love black people. I want Minister Ivanka to come up here, the one who brought Nevaeh, my sister all the way from Ohio, and bring the preacher that we listen to in Tracy. If anybody knows what Zoe loves, I know. You hear me? When everybody kicked him out, I was there. When nobody wanted to be with him, I was there. When they have no weed to smoke or anything, I was there. I gave him that. No, really, if I want to keep it 100.
Oh, wow. When they didn't have weed to smoke, Stevante. Awesome.
Everybody want to try to expose my little brother. I am. Now look, we're going to forgive them. Look, listen, we're going to forgive the mayor. Amen. We love this. Everybody say we love the mayor. Y'all love me? Then y'all love the mayor. Okay, he's going to help us get the library done. He's going to help us get the resource center done. And if he doesn't, we're going to hold him accountable. Stop. Don't touch me. And I am. Now look, they're talking about walking me out already. They're talking about kicking me out of my brother's funeral. They're talking about taking the mic. She's talking about taking the mic. I don't even know who she is. She didn't know my brother. They're all in here for money, really. If y'all want to keep it real. The Christians have never looked out for us.
He said that they're all in there about money. But again, I'm gonna re-show that video here at the end of this thing about him and his money that he has now, that he's benefited from his own brother's passing, his own brother's murder.
Nobody has ever cared about black people but me. I am.
Nope. Oh, wow. Did you hear that? Nobody has ever cared about black people except him. This is who y'all are supporting. This dude right here.
I am. Black fist in the air when y'all say it. I am. Now we're going to rock for black people. Y'all hear me? We're going to rock for Sacramento. Y'all hear me? Stephon Clark is all that matters. Y'all hear me? Everybody's crying. Everybody's upset with me. You know what? I'm gonna, everybody's mad at me for caring about black people and my brother. I'm gonna leave the country. I'm gonna leave the country. I'm gonna go away because everybody's mad at me and want to get. Puffy's on the phone for me. P. Diddy's on the phone. Oh my God. Puffy's on the phone to talk to me.
Y'all hear this, dude? Do y'all hear this? Oh my God, Puffy's on. Like, what is wrong with, man? Mental illness. That's all I can say. Mental illness.
Nobody's mad at him.
Guys,
Everybody.
I'm gonna show you guys this video one more time, and we're gonna get up out of here, and I'm gonna let you guys go about your day. But here it is again. Matter of fact, let me give you this version of it, because this one looks a little bit better. Guys, I just think it's sad, you know, how we represent ourselves as the black community. I think we could do a lot better. I think that we have to continue to get better. I think we have to continue to instill shame. And I definitely think that at the end of the day, this is why we need fathers. He's lost 2 brothers now to shootings. And I believe that if we don't put ourselves in bad situations, we won't have bad things happen. Whenever you raise good boys, you raise good men. You raise good boys, you raise good men. Raise good children, you get good adults. That is my message here. This is your boy DJ Just J signing off for another episode of Just Shenanigans. I'd like to thank you guys so much. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Show support for the show. Thank you guys. Have an awesome day. Peace.